Brad Williams, Excel Prime. We're going to sum expenses from 3 tables. You know, we have been playing around with indirect. We have had multiple worksheets and we've been pulling information from those different worksheets. Why don't we look at this scenario as 3 different worksheets? And what's critical here is recognizing in this example tables. We have to be in table format for this to work. I'm going to show you how it works using the tables, and then I'm going to show you if we try to use it without the table format. We're just going to sum, and we're going to identify table north, table south, and a table east. And we just identified north. We could do a VLOOKUP and all that stuff, but here we're going to sum, we're going to use indirect, and we're going to reference what? North, K6, and we're going to hard code whatever we want. Well, you know, we can't sum date. Well, we could sum dates. We really wouldn't provide us much. We're going to state sum, indirect's just going to take all of K6 and sum it. If that's not what you want to do, then don't use indirect. If you want to do the exact same thing, you could just put sum, accomplish the same task. Sum is equal to this. This is just practice. In other words, you want to look at this going, well, this makes no sense. I could just equal sum and take care. We all know that. The idea is to use indirect in a different application. So here, we're just going to look at sum indirect. Let's take a look here. Notice up here in the ribbon, table design. The other clue is the structured reference. What's the structured reference? You see the bracket around cost? That has to be inserted. Otherwise, there's no way for indirect to do its thing. In terms of indirect, it's saying K6 and cost. What does that mean? Our reference text, we're only using this simple argument. We're not going to use A1. We're just going to use this simple argument and we're going to hit F9. And that's all it is. Indirect, north, cost. But indirect, reading how indirect does its thing, we try to overthink this. But indirect just simply goes north. That's its reference. We want reference. We could put date or we could put cost. We're just going to use cost. If we hit number, F9, it's going to go sum. Well, we're going to do south here. We can do east. What doesn't work is this is static Excel, a non-table. I just named this thing North 1. I grabbed this information here, just the date. I referenced it. I just called it North 1. I tried using cost north. I tried it with brackets and I tried it without brackets. In this case, it doesn't work. Why? Because you can't reference cost north within indirect. Go up to name manager. I played around with this. I tried naming this with date. I tried naming it North 1. I tried a whole bunch of different combinations. It won't work. You may find a solution. In my quick observation and my quick review to see if I could do this without being in a table, I didn't find the solution, but that doesn't mean a solution is not available. The write-up pretty much translated exactly what indirect is trying to do. The anatomy, you know the anatomy. All we did was sum indirect. We're counting whatever indirect provides us. And then indirect is just K6 and cost. Here's the formula. So if you're looking in here, if you get confused, always fall back on the anatomy. Read the narrative. If you need it, read it. If you want to play around with the non-table approach, do so. And then comment. Brad Williams, Excel Prime.